Hey guys, it's MYOG, and I'm here with Matt from Red Paw Packs, and today we're in his shop to sew a brand new pack. So I am part of the Ripstop by the Roll Adventure sponsorship, and they have allowed me to get $250 worth of materials from their shop. So I went bougie, and I went ahead and got some of this Venom fabric, which is a 3.9 ounce per square yard, fully woven Dyneema with a TPU backing, is that correct? That's going to be the main pack material. I went ahead and picked up a couple other things, including some other fabrics. We have the Dyneema Stretch mesh here that I'm going to use for the front pocket and for the shoulder strap pockets. I've got some Moroccan Blue Gridstop that I'm going to be using for the side pockets as well as the shoulder straps, and we got some of the mesh here to be able to use on the shoulder straps as well. Picked up some hardware as well, and then I'm going to be using a couple things that are here in the shop to turn all of this into a pack. So stick around with us here. We're going to start by drawing out a pattern on the fabrics. We're going to cut everything out, start stitching it together, and by the end we should have a pack. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is draw out the pattern on the Venom fabric and cut this out. I went ahead and took some notes from the last pack that I made, some changes that I wanted to make on this one. So we're going to transfer those ideas to this fabric here and make some cuts. Let's do it. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is going to be the same thing, but 3 inches shorter. She make pancakes?
Yeah.
She made pancakes. Thank you so much. I haven't eaten yet today, so my baby's brought me some food. I'm excited. Basically, I'm just winging it, folks. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. As long as you're having fun, you know, it's kind of all that matters. Debatable. Yeah, this line doesn't look good. 6.5. That's more. Yeah, this line came out funky. So, made a mistake, y'all. Made a mistake. Okay, there we go. Now we're lined up. That looks a lot better. So now that I have that all drawn out, we're gonna go ahead and cut these pieces out. But first, I need to sharpen these scissors up because this is gonna be a bit tougher to cut. Wish me luck. Wish me that I don't mess this up. Ooh, that's buttery. Alright, so now I've got all of the main pack body pieces cut out. So the next pieces we're going to cut out are going to be the side pockets and straps. It's nice to have these acrylic pieces to go off of when making all of this stuff. The first pack that I made, I didn't use any templates. I just drew stuff up and cut it out. But I just feel like it's going to be a little bit easier if I use those this time. Alright, so now we got all the pieces cut out of the Moroccan Blue Gridstop. So we're going to move on now to the spacer mesh, and all I'm really using this for is for the shoulder straps. So again, we're going to use the shoulder strap template, lay it down, draw it out, and cut the pieces. now we've got our shoulder straps cut out, 2 opposite pieces, so the mesh is done. So last I have the Dyneema Stretch mesh, which is going to be used for the front pocket and shoulder strap pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and trace those out now and make the cuts. The last thing that I would actually need to cut would be the foam for the shoulder straps. However, Matt has already done this for me, so I'm going to go ahead and save the time and use these instead. So now that all the cutting is done, I'm going to go ahead and start actually putting the pack together. So come on, let's do it. These are completed. We have some of the other panels completed, and very soon we're going to be able to attach everything all together and get pretty close to finishing this pack up. So stay tuned for the next steps. Looks a little funky. Oh, okay. So I made a mistake. I don't know if you can see here, but I bar tacked it and it created this kind of crease, and now it's not sitting right. I made a mistake, so I gotta fix it. So basically what I have to do is create this panel, create this piece again, and restitch on the shoulder straps, the webbing, all that stuff, as well as these side pieces here. So I have all the panels sewn, but the only thing I'm missing right now is the cinch roll top made out of this silnylon. But we're gonna get to that at the very end, just to make sure everything matches up appropriately. Time to stitch the panels together. There we go. Now we sew it this way. Like this. Okay, so it is now 5:30 in the morning. I've been working on this for about 15 hours, something like that. I didn't want to stop. I just wanted to get done with the pack. So this is it flipped inside out. We have it all seam taped, and now we're gonna go ahead and flip it the right way. Check it out. So this is the finished pack. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep, but we're gonna take this outside and I will show you all the details and things that I chose to do with this pack here. So let's go outside and check it out. Alright, so now that I've gotten sleep, I think I'm ready to talk about the pack. And here it is in all its glory. So we'll start with the front. Of course, like I said, we use the Dyneema Stretch mesh for the front pocket. So got a bunch of different items stored in there, like my wind pants, for example. I started the stitching for the top strap underneath the pocket, A, so that I can roll down the pack a little bit further, and B, just to hide the stitching so it looks a little cleaner coming out. Up top, we have a cinch closure with the white silnylon. So that opens up nice and quickly. Quick closure as well. Roll that. And then that strap comes up and over and clips into the back here. The clip that I used is a metal G-hook that has a nice little thumb tab on it. Clips into this webbing that I sewed between the shoulder straps, and it also has a haul loop here to be able to lift the pack by. And then we have the shoulder straps themselves. It's made out of the Moroccan Blue Gridstop. They're nice and thick, and they're nice and wide as well. As a matter of fact, on this side, I had to sew a piece of webbing here for my capture clip, because that's where I like to carry my camera, is right there. The sternum strap is fixed in its place because I knew exactly where I wanted my sternum strap, so therefore no need for hardware or material here to adjust, and it comes with a whistle as well. And then we have the two front stretch mesh water bottle pockets, can fit a 3/4 or 1 liter bottle up front, and then on this side I just have little odds and ends for the camera. Let's go on over and roll over to the side here. You can see I have this cordage attached with a line lock to be able to cinch it down. I used Lash It for the line. I may be switching this out because it is kind of slick, and I'm gonna see if over time if it tends to slip on me or not. But that is on each side, as you can see on this side here as well. Now let's come on over to the water bottle pockets. It can easily fit 2 1-liter water bottles inside of it. I went ahead and took Matt's design and added darts to it. This is kind of a work in progress that I'm trying to do with him. Pulling those bottles out, I've also included a little hole here for water to be able to drain out in case I'm in torrential downpours and this starts to fill with water. Which leaves us to the bottom, and of course, got bottom pocket down here to be able to stash snacks. And then we've got a little hole here on the side to be able to stuff in trash on the other side. Each of these are rolled to help keep the items inside of the pack. So there you have it. This is the pack I created. It's kind of a mashup of a lot of packs that I've used in the past. And for me, it's quite perfect. It comes in at about 12.5 ounces, and it's about an 18-inch torso length. So I highly recommend you guys get out there and make your own gear. I cannot express enough how awesome it is to be rocking your own gear, your own pack, your own shelter, whatever it may be while you're out on the trail. It's also cool too when things start to break down because you learn more about materials, you learn more about construction, you learn just about the whole process in general. So if you're anything like me, I know you probably don't have a sewing machine at home. And if that's the case, look around your city, look around your town to see if there's any workshops that have the machines that you need in order to make this. So that way you can order the fabric, you can make your cuts ahead of time, get everything together, and then go from there, get to the shop, sew everything together, and then you have your stuff made. That being said, I have to give a major thank you to Matt from Red Paw Packs for allowing me to come to his shop and sew this pack. And I have to give a giant thank you to Ripstop by the Roll for allowing me to use these materials to construct this pack. As a matter of fact, I've partnered up with Ripstop by the Roll to get an affiliate link that is down in the description box below. So if you're thinking about making your own stuff, please go ahead and use that link as it gives me a kickback here and helps me out on the channel. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. Go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment down below as to what gear you would make or what you would do differently with this pack. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Yes. The blooper reel is going to be real on this one. Zip to the biz. What? Woosah. Hey guys, it's MYOG here, and I'm here. It's not MYOG here.
I'm here. Get your brain turned on.
Okay. Which is going to be, I have the front pocket. You don't have the front pocket. I got the stretch mesh. That's going to be for the front pocket. That's what we're doing. Do the hip hip hop. You don't stop. Rock it to the bang bang. Boogie sit up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie. How long? So it's like this and like this, and just run it through the machine.